Hello, everybody. Welcome in, Bumpkin. Today we were gonna play Korakuni, but two people had issues, due to work and, personal reasons, so I would have only had two players, and two players is not great for a situation where they're going out into the wilderness and there's probably gonna be a combat encounter, so I was like, okay. Well, we'll cancel today's session. For Korakuni, unfortunately, I staff a convention for Memorial Day weekend, so I can't do Memorial Day for Korakuni, and I can't do next Monday because my mom has an eye surgery appointment, and I have to go down to see her. So, I will not be able to play Korakuni or stream. Korakuni or stream for those 2 Mondays. Get a sub to fill in for the day. I mean, it would be good to do that, but it is a paid campaign, so I would prefer people to pay for that session. Yeah, which is a little harder than just finding somebody to pop on in. You got the sound working, Cloud, and thank you for the hydrate. Let me do that right now. Okay. What was I gonna say? So instead of doing a D&D session, I'm gonna be doing D&D prep, which I did like last week. And I'm gonna do that for my tomorrow game, which is not streamed. It's a personal game. It is a Light of Xaryxis campaign, which is a Spelljammer campaign. That thing I heard was I won't be able to do Memorial Monday. Yeah, I can't do that. Is my sound not coming through? It looks like I have my thingy going through. Okay, well... Yeah, I can't do Memorial Day. I am working a convention. Anyway, so you were in the Discord chat? Wait, what, Cloud? I don't think I'm in Discord right now. Anyway, so today... Oh, voice chat for Korakuni. Well, we're not playing today. Because, two people couldn't join, so you can leave the voice chat for Korakuni. Anyway, so for today, I'm gonna be doing prep work for Light of Xaryxis, which is a Spelljammer campaign, official one from Wizards of the Coast. But I think before that, I want to check out the 2024 revised Player's Handbook. There was a Fireside chat video for it that I never got around to watching. I have not looked at any of the Unearthed Arcana stuff for D&D 1 D&D, I think it's called, which I'm assuming is these revised books, I'm assuming. So I am interested in seeing what they have gotten so far and where they're at, because I don't know anything about it. I just know there's like some really crazy is maybe too harsh of a word, but there's definite changes to classes that, from my understanding, people were like raving about or not raving about. And the one thing I heard that was very positive is that the martial classes, the fighting classes that don't really have magic as a big emphasis, have gotten a big facelift, I think is the term I'm looking for. Basically, there's better reason to play a martial class, and there's more options to fight in combat, because current D&D 5th edition, it's like you go around, you whack enemies, that's the end of your turn. Definitely there are subclasses that make it a little more interesting, but for the most part, that's what a martial class does. Barbarians, very basic. You rage, you hit with your weapon, that's the end of your turn. Got an extra attack, you can roll twice. Aha, it's great. So I'm interested to see what they've changed for that. Blumpkin, remember to have that annoying pest that's not a good guy or bad guy pestering the players in the campaign. You could name this annoying creature Lord Pumpkin King of the Flies. I will check on the Korakuni text chat later. It's, in Korakuni General, I pinged everybody saying that today is canceled, and then that we're moving the next one to June 2nd, I think. Let me check. At least I'm pretty sure I pinged all of y'all, because people answered. Yeah, so June 3rd. June 3rd is when we'll meet next. Anyway, yeah, so let's watch this video. Let me turn off the music. And I'm interested to see what changes there are. I'm hoping this talk has like some information about this, and it's not just I don't know. I hope there's like new information, I guess, is what I'm hoping for, and it's not just like, oh, we're coming with this book and that's it. Hold on a second. I do not know if the audio is coming through. Chrome audio. This one. Turn on. Where's
Perkins about
It's too loud.
new revised player's handbook. Also know that this is a check-in. We're in the middle of print reviews, and we are just kind of checking in with the creative team about what the state of the book is.
A necromancer druid, now that's a good class.
A little bit of stuff, but we have
necromancer is very stuck to wizard, though.
So first off,
so
you had a couple of announcements that happened at
don't
GaryCon.
think a druid could be a necromancer. Also, it's like against the ethos of what a druid is. But you could multi-class, I guess, into wizard, necromancer, and be a druid, and that would be crazy.
We have all throughout all three books.
I need to turn on CC because this audio is too low. Actually, what am I doing? Dismiss. Keep this at full volume and then turn down the Chrome audio.
As you said, right now we are looking at the printed out version of the revised player's handbook.
All right. I need to start this from the beginning. Wrong button.
Looking under the hood.
Okay. And I need CC. I'm going to be talking over
everyone.
this.
Today we have a fireside chat with Jeremy Crawford and Chris Perkins about the new revised player's handbook.
You think you see a dragon in the background, Cloud? That definitely does look like a dragon.
And we are just kind of checking in with the creative team about what the state of the book is and tease a little bit of stuff, but we have a lot. We will have a lot more videos to come.
I still have food left to eat.
First off, you had a couple of announcements that happened at GaryCon. What were some of those announcements? You revealed some art that was really cool.
Yeah, we showed off a glorious piece of one of our class illustrations, the wizard. It's just emblematic of the fantastic art that we have all throughout all three books.
Oh my god, she has glasses?
And as you said, right now we are looking at the printed out version of the revised player's handbook, making final tweaks, looking under the hood on a number of the spells, ensuring that everything is where it should be.
Snipping out words we don't need, putting in words we do.
Yes, yeah, it is coming along splendidly. And
did they get the maps any better on D&D Beyond? And I'm glad they have it. Just gotta get the bugs out. I haven't used it. So I tried it right when it came out, and I was like, this has features that are basically missing for me. That is an absolute must. And the big absolute must was being able to hide tokens. Like, I can't believe they released D&D Beyond maps without being able to hide tokens. Like, that is ridiculous. If you need something, that for a DM is the most important part, because I'm going to be setting up these maps ahead before the players see it, and I need to be able to hide tokens and reveal them. So I was like, I'm writing this off, and I wasn't sure what their development time was on it. I don't even know if they have like a changelog or anything, or like a roadmap available for you to for regular people to look at. So I just wrote it off. I think I checked it out like a few months back, and they did finally add in hidden tokens. So that means it's viable now. But I haven't played with it other than that. Another thing they don't have is this is a good thing over Owlbear. Roll20 lets you, the DM, look at a different map while the other players on a player map essentially, and I can set up the map ahead of time, so then the players can just switch on over. You can't do that in D&D Beyond maps. I think there was something else that I was like really upset wasn't there that was absolutely necessary for me. I can't remember what it is, but it's still not in a usable state for me. I would still need to wait. Probably another year for me. Just like the giant owl that helped us. Yeah, well, I think I dragged that one onto the map. But for that particular map, I had the like owl man token hidden. So then when he turned into that owl monster, cursed owl person, I just swapped them out, right? Like, it's easy. I don't have to like search my tokens to find the owl one. I can just do it ahead of time through prep and then just reveal it. Hiding tokens is important. I don't think it needs a layer system, which is what Roll20 does. It has like a GM layer where you can hide all the tokens. I like Owlbears because it's like it's hidden. It's hidden and it's not on a hidden layer, so I can actually click on it without having to switch layers and just make it appear. It's just so much faster. To use Roll20 effectively, you really need to memorize the hotkeys on the keyboard as a DM. As a player, I don't think it's really necessary, but as a DM, it's like really necessary for the layer changes and stuff, because you're going to be swapping layers like all the freaking time, basically between that GM and the token layer. Yeah, Roll20. Now, Foundry is supposed to be really good, but it's just got a really large learning curve. But it's got so many cool things. And I just noticed that the latest version has like warping now, so you can move to a certain place and it'll take you to the next scene or something like that. And I know that there were extensions that I think they're called plugins. I think it's plugins. There were plugins to do that, but now it seems like it's built in, which is great. Is Foundry the 3D one? No, Foundry is a 2D one. I believe you can program it to do 3D, but it's intended for 2D. The 3D one is Tailspire, I think, which is really cool, but oh my god, I can't even imagine doing the prep work for that, because you have to build out all the models, and for sure, people have shared their models, so you can borrow other people's models and put it in your game. But it's, ooh, I do own Tailspire, but I haven't played with it. It also requires all the players to spend like $25 or something to buy a copy for themselves to even play it, and so it's just prohibitively expensive for players. Foundry is great because I can self-host or put it on a website, and my players can just join for free. It's just a website for them to visit, but I'm like hosting it on my computer, sort of thing. It's just Foundry requires even more prep work than Owlbear does, and I just find Owlbear really easy to use. You want row 80? It's roll. It's roll. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna go back to the Fireside chat.
Once we are done working through the player's handbook, then it's on to the Dungeon Master's Guide and then the Monster Manual.
Is there any point that it hits you that the revised core rulebooks are coming out? Is it like when the art starts coming in? Is it right now? Is it when the physical book is in your hands?
For me, I often don't really feel like the book.
Foundry allows people to write their own mods. Currently, Foundry is seen as the best VTT for Pathfinder 2E. I knew what it was, but I gotta make you laugh somewhere. Thanks, Pumpkin. Edwin, that makes sense, because Roll20, I don't know. I haven't played any other type of game on Roll20, so I'm not sure how well it works for Pathfinder, but I feel like it pretty nicely works with D&D. Whereas, like, Foundry, it's anybody can make their own systems for a tabletop RPG, right? They can make the rule set themselves. And so it sounds like Pathfinder would be really good. I was actually trying to write my own rule set for what is it? Quests of Yore, which is a tabletop RPG for the Pixar movie Onward. They actually released a physical version of that, which is it's based off the D&D game that they play in universe. The rules are a bit different from the actual in-movie version, but it's pretty interesting. I haven't gotten anyone to play with, though, because I have to run it. I probably have to run it over Tabletop Simulator, just because it was easier to scan in everything rather than programming the rule set. I had a lot of trouble programming the character sheet, and also I had to they use a lot of symbols in Quests of Yore because it's a card-based TTRPG where you have like your items and your abilities as cards. So there's like icons for like what type of card it is, etc., etc. So I had to like grab the graphics, and it was complicated. It's complicated, and I don't know. I might go back and revisit it, but I just found Tabletop Simulator to be easier. Pathfinder 2 is more rules intensive than D&D, and it is nice that Foundry does a lot of background math for you. Yes. Yeah, Pathfinder 2 is more rule heavy than D&D, yeah. And not only that, like, the classes are much more complicated too, because you have so much more, what's the word? Flexibility, there's so many more options. As a player, I think Pathfinder 2e is really, really cool. As a DM, I really need to find the rules section in the book because, you know, that book is like 600 fucking pages and it's sitting on my shelf and I still haven't gotten to it. But eventually I'll learn the rules. Exactly. I'm very familiar with 5th edition now because I've been running it for like 6-something years now. So it's like switching to a different system is a little scary isn't too strong a word, but it's a little intense, I guess. Party mouth? What do you mean by that, Blumpkin? Oh, sorry, I cursed on screen. That's what I did. I see. I do curse. Not very frequently, but I do curse. Did I just hear the doorbell? I think my roommate's gonna get it. I think it should be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on.
Is a real thing, despite by this.
You want me to cuss, Blumpkin? Or not? I already cussed. It'll just naturally happen, okay?
This point, having worked on more books than I know the number of at this point.
It's funny.
It's only when I have the physical book in my hands do I actually feel like it's a real thing. But the printout reviews are sort of the closest I get to that feeling before the fully printed book comes out. And part of that for me is because when we're in the printout review phase, we're still doing so much work. And for me, it is still the thing I'm pouring my heart and soul into and not something I can...
You will call me out every time, Blumpkin. Please, no, please.
Put on my fan hat and that's why I love getting the book itself.
If you ever watch the Baldur's Gate runs,
and
I have a warning for cursing.
Yeah. Similarly,
so you can't call me out on that. You can't call me out on cursing right now because I don't have a warning for that.
Yeah, when you start seeing the layout.
Yeah, the art helps sort of contextualize every page and sort of ground everything, and you get to see the interactions between the text and the.
So ZM, I think it is very hard to make your own adventures of Pathfinder 2e. That is why Paizo, the makers of Pathfinder, make most of their money selling the adventure paths and the rules available online for free. Yes, yeah. Why is it hard to make adventures for Pathfinder 2e? Is it that different from 1e? Because I don't know. Is what makes it so different? Is it because of like balancing? Because there's just so many different variations for a character, it's hard to balance for. Plumpkin, okay.
The art, which previously had only existed in your mind.
It's interesting that you said contextualize, because I don't know that I've ever seen D&D art before this give context to so many different things. Like we have spell art, for example.
Yeah.
You finally get to see some things.
In some
they're
cases,
doing spell art. That's nice.
Spells being cast by the spell's originator.
Yeah.
Like this is Tasha casting her spell.
This is Melf shooting the acid arrow.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's not a theoretical example. That's a real example in the book of Melf casting his own iconic spell. Bigby is there, Mordenkainen, Jalarzi, Yolande, and others. This is really the first of the player's handbooks that have been done, at least, the last few times, where the art has been developed so closely with the text, because we planned out what we were going to do with the art when we first kicked off the text work on the book. And normally in our process, our work on what's the art is going to be often comes a bit later, and is still very much an integrated process with the art and
it's
the
interesting
text together,
that they're already at the printing phase, or rather proofreading the printed versions right now, which means that the rules, really the text of the book is already done.
You can tell, like when they were writing.
So I hope that they start talking about that.
In mind, and that art is speaking directly.
I picture spell being cast like the mouse using a paintbrush.
Particularly because these are the foundation.
I mean, definitely for sure you could. So like D&D is however you want to do it, right?
Be incredibly detailed, because to get everything that everybody needs to play the game, and you only have a finite amount of space to do it. Every page, every spread has to be planned well in advance. So we were thinking about the number of pieces of art in every chapter, and where is the art going to appear in each chapter, and next to what sections is it going to be, and that informs what the content of the art will be. Or there are key sections of a book that simply must be illustrated to get a key point across or an idea across. In order to guarantee that the books would actually fit, we had to know that information really early on, even before we started pulling the books apart and putting them back together.
Part of this too is that we knew all three of these books were going to be bigger, and the pages in these books are in many ways like the most valuable pages in the D&D book.
Yes.
Again, these are the books that are the foundation for everything else. And so we made sure in that early planning that what was going to go in here was going to essentially earn its keep and really be delivering new fun, or the fun you already experienced from the previous version. But
one thing is that if you want to raise or lower the challenge level of monster so much that you have to change with how the monsters are in the monster book, you can only use them to players in a small level range. With 5e bounded accuracy, you can keep using the same type of creatures for a much wider range of spells. Oh. So if you wanted to create adventures in Pathfinder, you would probably have to homebrew the monsters too. That's a lot of work. Yeah, I could see just buying an adventure would be easier. Also, if I remember correctly, the adventures aren't too expensive, and they do have like a subscription model for on Paizo's site. Um, and the PDFs are pretty accessible.
But now enhanced, and along with surprises, because as we've discussed before in these videos, all 3 books have new elements that we will be, I think, revealing in videos in the coming months.
Someone from the art team actually took a photo of the player's handbook with all the rest of the books, and you see how thick the player's handbook is.
Yes.
It's quite alarming to see it amongst the rest of the books all on a bookshelf. It doesn't hit home until you you see how weighty it is there. What is it like right now, this process, this moment right now? You've got like the whole crew. Like it's also a kind of lockdown. I'm surprised I've even gotten to talk to
I'll
you this
pause
week.
this while the ads are playing.
Right now,
if anyone's still on while the ads are playing, we can chat for sure. Anyway, what can I talk about? D&D. Yeah, Korakuni. I have some fun stuff I think planned for it. Can't really talk about it though, because my players are on here. Yes, and they have a partnership with Foundry, so you can buy adventures as Foundry models, including all battle maps and PDF text of the books within Foundry. That's really nice. I think D&D Beyond, not Beyond, D&D finally partnered with Foundry, so some of their adventures are on there. I I own Foundry, but I've used it only once with players. I really should get back to it and use it for a game. It's just, uh, what was I gonna say? It's just a lot of work. I also don't find the right clicking very intuitive. I would rather just click on it and have things be able to be done, but that's just me. Um, yeah, so in the car, I drove for 7 hours yesterday. And in the car, I was thinking about streaming and what I'm doing for it. And right now, I have my little cat guy, me, just kind of static and moving her mouth. That's it, right? Um, and I've been wanting to update my VTuber so she's like much more movement, more things going on. Um, it's just it's pixel art, so it's really difficult to do that. I either have to draw all the frames, which is a lot of frames, um, and what's the program? I forgot the art program name, but the thing is it Live 2D? I think it's Live 2D. Live 2D just doesn't really work for frame by frame animation. It's just not really designed for that. So, um, it's just a lot of work. Can I use stealth to hide behind a tree when you talk about Korakuni? I got a 3 and I just got hit with the ads. Yeah. Don't worry, I paused when the ads happened for the video. I was just talking about random stuff. All right.
It is a cross-section of the RPG team going through every page of the player's handbook and examining the words, looking at the art, looking at the layout. Again, making sure that everything is where it should be, discussing, all right, is this worded the best way it can be, in a particular place, or considering, should we swap out the design of this spell for a slightly different version, that kind of thing. So right now it's a mix of making sure the layout of the book is just right, but it's also in the coming weeks, this is our final chance to make sure the text is delivering what we want it to deliver. Even though the core game is solid and compatible with the adventures people already have from the past 10 years, every page of the book is different from, the equivalent page of the 2014 Player's Handbook. And that's true for all 3 of the revised core rulebooks. That
there might be a sound from my window. Hold on a second. Yep, there's a plane. I'm gonna close my window even though it would make things very warm in here. All right, back.
There's a lot of UX improvements that have been baked into these books. There's been some reorganization of the books, so things just aren't in the same places that they used to be. The information's there, it's just presented differently.
There are also simply brand new things, whether those are new spells, new feats, new class features, new whole subclasses, new subsystems, but even new general rules guidance. So people are going to find, for instance, some...
Note with compatibility, they now only mention compatibility with older adventures and not things like older subclasses. Oh. Really? No, but it's supposed... I thought it was supposed to be 100% compatible, though. Are they making it so you can't even carry over subclasses? Because I heard that initially you're supposed to be able to play with other players from the older version of 5e. I guess maybe you can't use the older subclasses with the new class changes. I could see that. That makes sense. Like, if you want to make a new character with the new rules, you wouldn't be able to use the older subclasses. And I think that makes sense from a compatibility standpoint. Because I'm assuming there's just so many more new mechanics. Maybe not many more, but there's new enough mechanics that it just wouldn't work with previous subclasses.
Guidance on illusions that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
People are going to, basic things like before, if you were a player and you wanted to know, well, how do I break an object? Well, in the past, you kind of had to follow a trail that led somewhere in the wilds of the Dungeon Master's Guide. Now a player can look right in their player's handbook in the rules glossary and find out, how can I shatter that mirror on the wall?
It's very clear that playtesting continued after UA and redesign continued, and there were a lot of improvements. Some of my favorite subclasses, I saw things, I'm like, okay, now this has like a 2-pronged keystone moment that improved the subclass fantastically.
Well, and even some of the subclasses that migrated from Tasha's
Edwin,
into the player's handbook, and some of those did not go out into the Arcana process.
It could have been that they didn't want to say it's compatible with anything else, but
so people are going to find that some of the subclasses that got picked up
maybe it's only adventures now.
A number of ways. And in some cases even
yes, this is about D&D 1, but they're not calling it D&D 1 anymore. They're just calling it the revised Player's Handbook, revised Monster Manual, revised Dungeon Guide, I think.
We had, during the UA process, we had, I think a few of those subclasses will, and in some cases even have also been improved. The subclasses that got additional playtesting not go out into the Unearthed Arcana process, even those went through additional playtesting and development. So people are going to find that some of the subclasses that got picked up have also been improved in a number of ways. And in some cases even have new features, just like the subclasses did that went through the Unearthed Arcana process. And I think a few of those subclasses will even be a surprise, because we had, during the UA process, we had a subclass or two that didn't make it, like the Brawler.
The Brawler didn't make it, and I know the replacement.
Should I say what the replacement is?
I mean, we can try.
So the replacement in the fighter is the Psy Warrior.
Yeah.
And we decided that
They're bringing
because
Psy stuff?
Aberrant Sorcery had migrated into the player's handbook from Tasha's Cauldron, that it would be good to give the Psionic Sorcerer, along with the Great Old One Warlock, some more psionic friends. And so the Psy Warrior is now in the player's handbook, along with the Champion, the Eldritch.
If they manage to release the player's handbook is supposed to be released this year. I think like November or December. I think the monster manual shows up next year. And the Dungeon Master Guide is either very beginning of next year or very late this year is their schedule for this. They might go calling it the 50th anniversary edition of D&D. Yeah, I could see that, yeah. I think it's supposed to still be 5th edition, though, because they have not said, like, they've been saying in other stuff that this is still 5th edition. So yeah, I don't know.
Knight and the Battle Master.
And if you like psychic powers, I mean, the soul knife is in there as well, right? From Tasha's?
Well, that's also a reveal, because we had not shared that as a part of the UA process. Yes, the soul knife from Tasha's Cauldron is also in the player's handbook.
Was there anything kind of surprising during playtest after UA that came up for you?
Nothing that was sort of a major surprise, but a lot of really great insights about just how certain things could work better, how certain things could be clearer. We've also been identifying more unexpected multi-class combinations, and in some cases making changes to prevent the undesirable combinations, but then in other cases protecting the combinations, because there are a number of multi-class combinations that are tons of fun, and we want to make sure they stay protected in the game. And usually when we look at things like that, we always have our eye on, one, is everything fun? That's one of course, our top priorities. And then we're also looking for, is anything here slowing down play too much, or is it overcomplicated or overpowered? And if we discover that it is one of those things, then we look at how can we alter it so that it no longer is that thing while still being a good time to use.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about this book is that it's opened the door to many more character concepts. If you have a particular character in mind to play, you have a better chance of being able to create that character with the options in this book than you may have had previously with any other D&D book.
Yeah, when you combine not only all of the subclasses, but also the many more feats, the new approach to backgrounds, then throw multi-classing into the mix.
Yeah.
You have so many ways to mix and match different character concepts.
Yeah, and promotion of a couple new species to the big time.
Yes.
To the big book. Yeah.
And also the species art is amazing. It gives you a great example of every species.
One of the fun things about that, and Jeremy spearheaded this, was making sure that each section of the player's handbook, in terms of its art, was kind of delivering on a different promise, or highlighting what is interesting about what's going on in that chapter. The species art being a great example, where all of the illustrations of the species options available to player characters are done as these scenes involving multiple members in situations that you would probably find them very commonly.
Yeah.
Like the halflings are all sitting around a dinner table with each other. You know, the Goliaths are doing, their thing, and the tieflings are doing their thing.
Yes, and the gnomes are definitely doing their thing.
The gnomes are definitely doing their thing, and it gives you an idea of sort of the undercurrent of what unites these wonderful adventurous folk.
What is the team like right now? Because like, is it fun seeing everyone during the print review right now?
It's great because during the printout review, not only are we very focused on finishing this thing we've been passionately working on for several years, but it's also an opportunity for us to confer with each other in person as we bring the books home. And so it's a chance for us to talk through, after, in some cases, many weeks of mostly working at home, talk through in person, all right, do we really mean it? Is this where we want to go next? And also, just like playing a D&D game in person, where you really get to see through a person's body language and their facial expression if something is delighting them, it's a chance for me always to see, is this thing in the book delighting people here at the table as we look at it? So to me, it's immensely valuable, almost as like the dungeon master of this particular book, to see how the players around the table are enjoying this particular game.
Yeah, I like to sit at the table and just listen to Jeremy chuckle once in a while, where he'll stumble upon a little bit of text that just, tickles his fancy. And it's such a delight to see that even among us who have read these pages multiple times and have rewritten pages multiple times, that they're still fun.
Yeah.
I know how tremendously busy you've been for like the last, 10 years, but 3 years also making this book. Do you get a moment to stop and smell the flowers, or like remind yourself this is actually happening? It's hard when you're working that hard.
I have no sense of smell.
You have no sense of smell. Is it the lightning?
It's something to do with that, yeah. I had a sense of smell, now it's gone, so I don't smell the flowers anymore. But to answer your question, no. It's just you move on to the next thing. At least I do.
Yeah. We are working so nonstop, it is actually difficult to pause. Yeah. But it's one reason why I love doing things like Acquisitions Incorporated, because like while Chris was at GaryCon, the only reason I wasn't there is because that same weekend I was at PAX East and
running the clown show.
Yes, and running that game is actually one of my chances to just smell the flowers and just enjoy D&D. And I find that is almost always the way I get to smell the D&D flowers best is when I'm just DMing or playing it, and in a non-playtest context, because we do a lot, in our team, we do a lot of playtesting, but that's why for me it's so vital to then go off and just play D&D and DM it as a fan. And I think I've mentioned before in conversations with you and videos, it's one of the reasons why when I'm running my home game, probably my only house rule is that we play test nothing in my home game. That we just play the D&D that everyone else is playing, not whatever we're currently working on in our laboratory here at work, and so that we can just enjoy this game we love so much, because at the end of the day, even though this is our profession, we are at heart just lifelong D&D fans.
Was there anything surprising about GaryCon? Like you get to interact with fans, you get a moment to talk to fans.
For me, it was a pleasure to be at such a wonderfully run show, and one that had a very intimate atmosphere where, you had no trouble running into the people you wanted to run into, and you ran into a bunch of other people you never thought you would, but you're delighted having done so. And it's a lovely facility in a town steeped in D&D's history. So going back to that, you could feel it. It's palpable, that history. It pervades that con in particular because it's named after one of D&D's grandfathers. You see D&D in all of its forms, from earliest day D&D being played to 5th edition. And it's just a reminder to me that D&D has this amazing legacy, which of course now we get to celebrate in its 50th
I can hydrate.
But there's a power to this game and its ability to bring people together and make people happy and to build lifelong friendships, and you see it on display. at GaryCon and other shows like it. And so being a part of that legacy, being one of the people who is fortunate enough to be a steward of Dungeons and Dragons for a time, I carry that weight around with me at the show and beyond. And it's like, this is important to so many people. It's very important that we be faithful stewards of the brand and of the game, and to make sure that we're setting it up for its next 50 years.
The next time you see us, we are going to be talking in depth about the Player's Handbook.
Okay.
A whole bunch.
Well, I
hours on that.
Guess that was it. I thought there would be more, but there wasn't. All right. Well, All right. Well, I was hoping for more information, but it's nice that they're focusing on some psi stuff, because it's like, or psionic stuff, because they basically did not touch on that at all in 5th edition, and kind of a little later they have some psionic stuff, but it's not well integrated. It's like there's no spells in quotes that are psionic spells. Because like I think in 3.5, I don't know about 4th edition, I barely played it, but I know that 3.5 had like psionic stuff, and it was like a separate own thing. So it's interesting. Sorry, it's great that they're going back to psionic stuff. So I'm glad to see that. All right, well, I guess I will now go back to prepping this map. Last week, I don't remember when I did it. I think it was like Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it was after Professor Layton's stream. I did a little bit of work on stream, and I need to get monsters onto this map. That's what I need to do. So, we've got a few monsters here. Let's get some lunar dragons. Adult lunar dragon. Do you have a token? You sure do. That is not a great picture, but sure, I'll take it. I think I should put it under lunar here. What about a few pixies? There are no pixies in this one. So, Spelljammer is set in space, fantasy space, and not in the Feywild, so there will be no pixies, unfortunately. That's size is huge, so it is 3. Okay, and then there was a different version, young lunar dragon. So, duplicate. This one is 2. And the artwork for this was there. Oh, they have tokens? Ooh, they have tokens? Oh. Okay, hold up. What tokens do we got? Oh! Oh, they already have Lunar Dragon tokens. Yo, what? Oh, fuck that. I don't need these. Well, maybe I'll call it Calistrix. Calisterix, I guess. I cannot see them, though. Oh, there they go. All right. Well, I'm gonna put those in campaign. This is, what is this called? Dohwar Heist. Actually, I'll just put all of this in there. Okay, and then I just have to fix the naming. Oh, I can bring back the music. There we go. That it is 0.65. This is Xaryxis. This should be free. Okay, then Mario. Dohwar is small. Okay, so you do need to be edited. I think I have it at 0.8. Let me go check that. Chowder. 0.93. I think that is not what I do anymore. Oh, it is 0.93? Okay, it is 0.93. Alright, then I'll go set it to 0.93. The Moon Devil is large. Okay. Okay, shadow. I'm assuming it's just a normal shadow. And vampire mage? Okay. They don't... Why is there a mage? Well, I'll keep it, I guess. And this is Red Captain E, right? Okay, that should be almost everything. I need a Dohwar protector, so... Oh wait, is Mario or Mayana one of those, maybe? Shadow Vampirate Space Swine. Is that just a pig? With half-plate barding? What? Space Swine? Oh my god, it's a real thing. Oh. Okay. Space Swine. Okay, I think the only one is this one that I'm not sure about. But everything else should be fine. Okay, so now... Okay. I need to put enemies... Alright. So, what do we got? Lightings. Yeah, there's a vampire. Draw a lazy circle around the compound before going down the path in the front doors to the docking platform and back again. Okay, so I'm just gonna have two of these guys over here. This way. Back door. Window. Chimney. Okay. Yummy, Jack, and Roach are bored and feeling underappreciated. Okay. Blah blah blah. The result, leaving the mess hall. How many are in the mess hall? Filled with 8 vampires. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Kitchen. Wait. Slumped against the crate is a snoring and heavily drunk vampire. Okay. Oldsville. Unconscious. Blah blah blah. Okay. Sleeping this room. Small door. Have been shoved. Largely untouched. Space Swine. Here we go. Where's the Space Swine? In the stables. Are there swine? Are there no swine? Hello? Well, it says previous, so maybe not. Around, if you have time, sure. Remnant. It's difficult to find D&D streams that aren't actual gameplay. Well, it was supposed to be a gameplay stream today, but 2 of my players weren't here and it's a 4-player game, so I had to cancel the stream. So instead I'm doing prep work for a different game, where I don't believe my players will be seeing this. So, should be okay. And welcome in, Remnant! Welcome in! Yeah, I'm currently working on, my players are playing Light of Xaryxis, which is the Spelljammer, campaign that was included in the Spelljammer book. And they're about to go to the Rock of Brawl, and that's basically a very large city, floating on an asteroid. And I decided that my players should probably go and do other stuff, because Light of Xaryxis is so extremely linear. I did not know this when I was like, let's play Light of Xaryxis. So I'm like, okay, well, let's do a little diversion with these Dohwar, these space penguins. I'm working on my first ever world, never DM'd before, so I like having world building prep streams in the background as I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, Remnant, if you need any help, let me know. Are you using a virtual tabletop? Or are you, or are you doing a theater of the mind without any, like, maps or anything? I don't know how you're doing your notes and stuff. I use Google Docs, and then I also have, like, 2 sites, and I'm probably gonna switch to one of the sites now. It's far in the future, but it's going to be virtual. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so definitely work on the world first. Obsidian. Which one is that? Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Ooh. It has mapping. Oh, this looks so nice. Free for personal use. Wait. Oh. Okay. Bro, you just blew my mind. This looks so much better than what I have. Turn your notes. Does it cost money to... What's the pricing? Hold on. All app features, no account, themes, plugins, and API community support. Commercial use license. Well, it's not. Sync notes cross devices at the end. Version history priority. Early access. What is considered? Really generate work-related activities. So, okay, I'm coming back to chat. I use Obsidian for my notes. It takes a little to learn, but it's so good. Yes, but I got lost in Obsidian only for commercial use. Gamer. Hello, Chestnut. Definitely not gaming today. Definitely working on gaming to have people be gamers. But it was good. So what I am using right now is Legend Keeper. I got like a discount with a thing that I'm a part of, so I tried it out for 2 months for free. But it's got maps and you can put pins and stuff, and then it'll show you like the entry for it. So let me go to an NPC that's already existed. Let me do... Where is it? Merchants? Nakajima, here we go. Let's look at Sasuke. So here is this one. It's kind of similar to Obsidian, where it's basically just a wiki. But it's a little more designed for like world building specifically, so you can have like maps and stuff. There is ways to do like relationship trees. You create a board and you can draw on it and things like that. Yeah. I can also add pictures if I want. I haven't done that because I really wanted to draw my own pictures for these characters, but yeah, it's kind of cool. How's the prep, Chestnut? It's slowly going. We were looking at a Fireside chat for the 2024 revised player's handbook, which did not reveal too much information, which is upsetting, but it's okay. Sasuke, oh no, you know, I was trying my best to think of Japanese names. Korakuni is a Japanese homebrew setting, so I was like, I'll just have a Sasuke in there somewhere, so he's there. Remnant, yes, you can link it. You can show a picture. Beep boop, I am a sentient AI trained to provide assistance for your world building needs. How may I be of assistance? Hello, Cork. I am not actually doing world building today. I am just doing prep work, and it's for what's it called? Not licensed. Already created adventures, so I don't need to do world building for it. But you were welcome to stay in, so. Oh, that's sick! Oh my god, that looks so good! I love it! Oh, you got it all color-coded too. Yeah, the problem with Lore Keeper is they don't, or Legend Keeper, they don't have any colors yet, which is really upsetting. This looks really good. Oh man, now I kind of want to use this. Oh. Remnant, do you know if it can be like, is it able to be shown publicly to other people? And can I make it private, sort of thing? Like, can I hide stuff from people if I don't want to show it? Because that's one of the nice things about Legend Keeper is I can have a secret section, so any players that join this won't see the secrets unless I let them see it, sort of thing. But I already set up Legend Keeper, so I don't want to, like, port it all over to Obsidian. I'm not, like, completely done. There's still a lot of work that I have to do, but, yeah. You can minimize it if that's what you mean? No. What I mean is this copy. So I have this link here, and if I do a new window, it becomes a public link that I can use, so anybody can look at this if they want to. But if I don't have like a public link, so like if I say share project web, I turn it off, nobody can go into it unless I invite them to this world, to this wiki. I do not like the public link because it doesn't have everything. Like, it doesn't have a search, which is really frustrating, I think. Yeah, it doesn't have a search function. Oh, it's right here. Never mind. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think you can share it in that sense unless you purchase it. Oh. Okay, well, I guess I will not use Obsidian. It's more personal notes. Okay. Well, I mean, Remnant, that works for you, and I think that's important. The reason why I was asking is because once I'm done-ish with this, I wanted to open up to my players so then they can keep track of like NPCs and things like that. So they should take notes. My players should be taking notes. Whether they take notes or not, I don't know. But they should be taking notes. But if they're like, oh, I don't remember this person, or where's the session notes or whatever, then they can just look at the Legend Keeper site for it. But I think for world building purposes, Remnant, Obsidian seems perfect for that. What was I doing? I was setting up all the creatures. Templates, blah blah blah. The bathing chambers. Okay. Small personal baths. When the party enters, a vampire by the name of Meathook is soaking in one of the bathtubs on the far wall. Okay. Here you go, Meathook. I'm a note taker, but never any of the important stuff, apparently. Well, at least you're taking notes, right? Right? Are you, I can't remember, are you the DM usually? Or do you also play? I found a monster the other day. What monster, Remnant? Blah, 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 blah. The pool is deceptively blah, 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 blah. And that made me make a new NPC in a toy store. The Carrionet. carry on. Oh, what? Oh, Van Richten's guide. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I do not like that picture. Oh no. I do not like that. Oh no. Soul swap. Oh my gosh. I didn't... Okay, like, I have, like, every book except, I think, the next few that are coming out. So I bought Van Richten's, but I really only read it, like, a little bit, just because I'm not exactly that interested in Ravenloft, but I did want the sub-races, that were available. But, like, they do have some interesting information about making a big bad, so... usually I'm the DM, but if I'm the player, DM says something important, I'll have notes of everything but the thing I need to know. The DMs that you played with, do they force you all players to recap, or do they do the recap? As a DM, I am very poor at taking notes. It's because I'm talking the entire time, and I cannot talk and type and write. Like, I'm clearly just talking right now. I'm not moving the mouse around and doing stuff because I can't focus when I'm talking. It's a thing that I have to focus entirely on. So as a DM, it's really hard for me to take notes for games. I have to basically do it at the end of the session. Or if there's something like that I'll definitely forget mid-session, then I'll ask the players to wait and then I'll type it down. I have made a toy store that has such a doll, and the owner of the store, a strange old man who moves erratically, is the victim of such a doll. A man who lost his body to such a doll but failed to recover it. Oh my gosh. That sounds really fun. That sounds really good. Are you doing like a kind of like a horror setting then? And are you using like, you said you were making your own world, right? Okay, so I have this, not at all a horror setting. You just really like the carionet. Usually the DM I play with just leaves it, which I prefer. Punishes the players for not knowing IMO, makes the game more fun, no hand-holding. That's, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I like strange things in the world. It is pretty strange. You do the same? I don't like having my players do recaps. I do the recaps for them. Which, you know, I get the point. I get the point. Like, the players should be the ones that are remembering it. Also, they should probably be the recap because they probably have a different perspective of what happened. And I do feel like sometimes I accidentally let slip, like, things that they did not learn because I forget. But you know, a world can be Lord of the Rings but still have Spider Cave with corpses. That's true, Remnant. You are right. You are right. You are right. Okay, so that's it for vampires? They all just hang in the mess hall? Okay, sure, that's fine. Alright, well, if that's the case, let's go to the other place. This one. The beams of red energy mixed with overhead lighting to fill the area with bright and ominous red light. I think I need to actually have that on. And oh, I should fog of war the whole thing. There we go. This one. There we go. That's correct. Can we befriend a vampire maybe with the charm spell? Can they be charmed? Can vampires be charmed? Actually, let me check the vampire stat block. They cannot be charmed. Or at least vampires can't be charmed. I'm assuming also regular vampires can't be charmed. Okay. So the players are here. Security grid, blah 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 blah, damage, blah blah. Blah blah. Teamwork. Once the door is open, security grid deactivates. Oh. Steel door. Large room. Okay, when the last of the party enters the room door, this is a trap. Okay. Oh, there is some initiative stuff going on in here. Well, I guess we have to give them the gift of a garlic necklace and maybe that will work. Maybe. I have to read this trap because this looks a bit complicated. There are no enemies in this room, it looks like. Okay. The door opens into a small antechamber. The lock is incredibly complex. Base CC. The lock is not opened. The failure has alerted Xaryxis to the party's presence. Rouses one more Moon Devil to aid and defend her lair. Okay, so Moon Devil will be here and it will be hidden. It's a young lunar dragon, so okay, so there could be two of these guys. All right. Do they have names? Yes, Xaryxis is the lunar dragon in here. The vampires, not all of them have names, some of them do. But there's a list of suggested vampire names. Oh, Nice Jim, Bones, Mavis, Handsome Dave. These are some good names. Alright, that's the enemies in there. The getaway. Is Quincy's Quality Quirks a stupid name for a toy store? Remnant, you're asking the wrong person about names. I'm just gonna let you know because alliteration, I love alliteration. In fact, Quincy's Quality Quirks is an incredibly great name in my book. Whether other people think that, I don't know. At the very least, you're not trying to make this a horror campaign, so I think it's a perfectly good name. You'll keep it? Good, Revenant, good. Their captain, he and her ship on the raft. They have just noticed the party. Do not give chase once the raft flees. Have any damage? What's the damage dealt? Party begins the chase. Blah blah. This begins the chase. Roll initiative. This heartless initiative 0. Alright. Torment pirates. It's an empty bottle. With a ray of cold. Okay, I think I just have a ship. So let's see. Chase 100 feet behind the party. Okay. The party starts here. 100 feet divided by 5 is 20, so I need to be 20 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That should be 100. Close enough. Close enough. I think I need to move that one. Oh, there we go. Don't think I'll put creatures on this ship. Don't think I'll put creatures on this ship. Just because it's a chase sequence. I think that should be fine. Okay. Need to check the beginning. I don't think the beginning has combat. It's just the heist. Yeah. Alright. I think this is it. Alright. Done with the maps. So let me go copy these. Wait. No, I need to exit the scene. Okay, go check Light of Xaryxis. Sure, this is all the way up there. It is. Says everybody. Alright, I can put players on here. clear that this time. That. This one. Okay, Cloud. Have a good lurking time. Alright. With that... That should be... Oh, I need to do this. They should be... They're level 6 now? Optimized for APL 8, so they are not... pretty sure they're level 6. Uh-oh. I need to tell them to level up. I think they're supposed to level up. Chapter 3... Yeah, alright. I need them to level up, so I'm gonna message them. Okay, so if they're level 6, I'm gonna do my math. Get a calculator out. They are 5 players. Clear that 5. Times 6? Divided by 5, right? Divided by 5 is 6, right? Their APL is less than, so it's a week. So it's weak. Okay, so if that's the case... Very weak and weak. Light of Xaryxis is a young. There we go. That's fixed. Does not look like there's any other changes. Oh, can vampires all turn into bats? Can she turn into a bat? Possible. No? So where's the bat from? Oh, Cloak of the Bat. Oh, it's, Okay, so they all will get this bat cape. This cloak, blah blah blah. While wearing the cloak, you can use your action. Okay, so I need bats available. Whatever that. Where does the shadow come from? Oh, they're reduced to 0 hit points. They turn into a shadow? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Vampires are nasty. Okay, that should set it up. Well, there's no space wide in the stables. Did not really aid the stat block, but I guess, you know, gotta be careful. Okay, that's good. Gotta blow my nose real quick. Alright, back. Alright, enemies are set up, those tokens are set up, and player tokens are set up. I need to do the encounters. Oh. Shoot. There's 12 vampires and stat block for a vampire. Just making sure. Explode, spider fly, energy drain, light crossbow. 14, 18, 10, 11, 12. Hit points, AC, speed. Vulnerabilities. Dark vision 120 feet. Yo, what? What? What races would live in a mountainous cold country apart from certain gnomish races and dwarves? I think Dragonborn. Is this D&D? Is this a D&D world? Like, are you using D&D species? I guess, well, technically they're lizards, I guess. It's for your world. Yes, okay. I could see Dragonborn that are cold. Goliaths are meant to be in mountainous cold areas. They have resistance to cold. I don't know if you have access to that race somewhere. I think 5e Tools has it. Called the Draconian Empire because I'm original as hell. You know what? You know what? It's cool. It sounds great. I think, yeah, so Goliath is on 5e Tools. Do they have resistance? Oh, do they no longer have resistance to cold? Oh, you do. Mountain board. In Faerun, Goliaths live in Icewind Dale, and they live in the mountains, and they're a tribal type of group of folks. I don't know if you want to do that with your country. What other races? Let's see what else is. You could also do Earth Ganassi. You didn't know about 5e Tools? It's incredible. Yeah, you should use it. 5e.tools. Let me copy link address. It's also for virtual tabletop. They have tokens for almost every creature. The token art is definitely taken from the tokens that you get for, I believe, Roll20, D&D, D&D modules that you can buy. Where was I at? Right then. Yeah, you could do Earth Ganassi or maybe Air Ganassi. There's also Deep Nose. Well, they're for the Underdark. Oh, I think you already said you were doing some gnomes, yeah. And you were doing dwarves already. Furbolgs are forest creatures. I could see them being in the mountains, though. I could also see some goblins being in a mountainous cold country. I'm not sure about Harengon. Goliath would fit, yeah. They are the number one that I would say. They are meant for mountainous cold regions. Yeah, I think that's about it. You're open to using almost any race in D&D. Well, if you don't mind homebrewing, or using older versions, there's a whole bunch of other races out there too. I think of the ones that are out for 5th edition, I would say Goliath, Earth Ganassi, or Air Ganassi. Those would be my 3 for that. Because I think everything else is not very specific. Humblewood is technically not Wizards of the Coast, but D&D Beyond is now putting stuff from other third parties on here. I do not own on D&D Beyond Humblewood. Did I back kickstart it? No, I don't think I kickstarted it. Oh, but there's so many animal races. Oh my god. Oh, there's even a mouse one? Oh no. I want to fight dragons, man. I want to fight monsters. Oh wait, I want to do a campaign with more interesting creatures. I think the most exotic thing I have fought in any campaign yet is an ooze. There's a lot of interesting monsters. How many games of D&D have you played? Let's see. Monsters. 3? Oh my gosh, Remnant! 3 campaigns? Oh, okay. Well, aberrations are fun. Lots of tentacle eyes. They're very monstrous creatures. Beasts are boring. Celestial is interesting, but it's like they're so godly, like, that you're probably never gonna encounter them in a normal campaign sort of thing. I recently played a 7-shot where I played a Mopok warlock named Cyrillus. What's a Mopok? Oh, raccoon. Oh, is it a Humblewood? Ah, it's a Humblewood one. I see. I don't own the Humblewood races, and they are not Wizards of the Coast, so. But, oh, so cute. Ah, so many animals. I should buy Humblewood, but it's $40, and I don't get a discount. Poo-poo. Yeah, so, like, monster-wise, aberrations are fun. Celestials, you're probably not gonna fight, and it's also hard to get to fight because they're usually good aligned, right? And so you would have to have a good reason why they're fighting if your party is not evil aligned. Actually, more like 1.5. I left the 7-shot as I'm currently stressed out due to university exams. And the other one, the DM needs a break due to work, so she will act as a player while one of the players make the next campaign. Yeah, I can feel that. I feel that. It's cool, though, that you're working on your own world, though. Some tips, though, it is, you know, definitely make your world, because you need to do world building. You need to be able to have, like, a good, like, baseline for what you need. But when you write out, like, the actual adventure for what you're gonna have your players do, they're gonna derail whatever you do. And the amount of prep work you do may not actually all be used, so don't get discouraged by that. The one we finished was meant to be a one-shot. It became an 80-session campaign! Oh my god, Remnant, oh my god. The one where the DM needs a break, where it's session 73. Holy moly, that's so many sessions. Wow. the longest one was my Tomb of Annihilation. I think that was like 20 or 30 or something. Where is it? Did I count the sessions? We had 39 sessions. We had 39 sections. That was the biggest campaign I've done. But these are homebrew? What? Dang. So the one that was supposed to happen today is Korakuni, and it's my Japanese homebrew campaign setting. Homebrew is so hard for me to do. Just because I don't feel like I prep enough for it. I have to use a lot of tools to help me build stuff out. And I can't just casually be like, oh, here's prep, like, like 30 minutes of prep and be done with it. It's like, I need like a full day of prep to make a quest and get the monsters, homebrew the monsters and all this stuff. So it's like, it's a lot of work on my part. And maybe I'm putting in too much effort, I don't know. But that's incredible that these sessions are so long. My group is slow as hell, so it's fine. Oh, okay, well, then that's good. It gives time for the DM to over prep and then be like, ah, I'm good for a few sessions. Create a monster. Actually, let's do veteran first. Hey Luna, welcome in. I am not doing prep work for Korakuni. This is for a different D&D game, so you are welcome to watch. Technically Dohwar. Oh, okay. I guess... We spent an entire session trying to invade a gang in the city. We ended up getting drunk in the tavern and accidentally blew up the gang's HQ. Oh my gosh. Swarm, any alignment, challenge rating 3. Multi-attack, 2 long swords, short sword drawn. I think everything's the same. Okay. Short sword. We adopted a blind guy, so it's all good. Yeah. Yeah, of course it's all good. Range. Like that. Okay. Did you all get like did you collect people or creatures or things for your party? So I'm running Tomb of Annihilation right now, and in Tomb of Annihilation, you're encouraged to get a guide to guide you through the jungle. And my players picked one of the guides that has 2 guides combined, so that it's 4 players. So then that becomes 6 players, 6 characters in combat. And then they picked up a fairy dragon, so that's 7. And then they got a shield guardian, so now that's 8. What else? There's like some other stuff. They're at 10. Oh, and then they have 2 familiars. There's an imp, and then there's a fox. I think that's it. So it's like a party of 10. It's too many people. The cleric who got imprisoned for punching a priest. Well, playing group seems to have a hoarding problem. That's fair. Like, item hoarding. Our last campaign, our drunk weed-smoking druid adopted a tribe of kobolds, ended the campaign by becoming the literal god of kobolds. Nice. Very nice. No. People hoarding. That's good. That's good. make your DM's life harder by collecting people all over the world. Where was I? I was working on this one. The short sword attack represents the Dohwar Protector Wiga. Okay, so... What is a Wiga? They are small fae. Okay, so... This should be small and... fae. I miss my necromancer. I even had art made of him. Oh, that's nice. You can always bring your necromancer to a different game. I mean, you do have to usually level back down, but you can always play that same character, yeah. What is a Wiga? Worn on their beaks. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I guess I will change short sword to Wiga. Okay, that's good. And then they have the Dohwar merging ability. Okay, that should be it. 17 splint, 12. Before I show my character, this was my first ever character in D&D, so he might look stereotypically edgy, but I love him. He's a good man. No worries. We all have our edgy characters. Oh, nice. It's like a doctor. What is it called? It's not witch doctor. But that type of doctor. Looks good, looks good. So you had a raven familiar? Athletics and perception. Okay, I need to change this. I went 70 sessions without him showing his face, and then our drunk bastard of a cleric saw his face, rolling 2 nat 20s on goddamn disadvantage. That's incredible! That's incredible! Oh, but you had to reveal your face. I'm so sorry. This was a mix of AR and my own Photoshop. No worries. I will take a look just a moment. I actually usually do AI art for D&D characters because it's just quicker-ish. It still takes me like an hour or so. But I am an artist. Like, all the art on my stream is made by me. So it takes a while to make character art though. Oh, nice. Oh, that's sick. There's like that hole in his cheek. Nasty. I love it. Okay. Did that movement. They should be able to swim. Oh. It took me so long to make the decayed face because I suck at Photoshop and so many YouTube videos. It's a lot of work, yeah. I'm gonna set it to 20. This just makes more sense to me. Alright, I think that's it for the veteran. We have a Dohwar, we have a Shadow, we have a Vampire, we have a Space Swine. Do we have a Vampire Captain? Okay, Vampire Captain is already possible. Okay, it was just the veteran Dohwar. And is the Moon Devil Air Elemental? I'm assuming it's the same stats. The Moon Devil deals cold damage instead of bludgeoning. Okay, well then I need to make a homebrew version. Is the slam cold? I guess the slam is cold. That's it. That music reminds me of the theme from 28 Days Later. It is Wolfenstein. Which is like killing Nazis, I think. Pretty sure it's that type of game. Okay. That's done. That one's done. Okay, now I can build out encounters. Actually. The next one. What's the trap? Forbidden, I got a question. What is a good story for when players go off track and how to get them back on track? So one of the tools that DMs have is if the players go, so like let's say there's a branching path in a cave, they can go left or right, and the DM really only prepped one of the directions, so no matter which direction the player chooses, the DM runs what they had prepped, because ultimately the players don't know what's on the other path, so you just run what was prepped for that. Now, of course, the players could go backwards, but what you could do is just lock them in so they can't go backwards, kind of thing. But that's a tool that DMs can do, which you could say is making an adventure linear, but it's more like it's the illusion of choice. So basically bullshit your way through it. Yes, Remnant. Yeah, once you become a DM, once you start running your games, you'll realize you'll have to make up so much stuff on your own. And what's great is that because you're doing a homebrew world, when you make stuff up, it's already part of your world. You don't have to be like trying to fit it into some other setting that you don't have a full background of. You know your full background, and if you don't, then you just make it up and you add it to your world, right? Like, it's pretty nice. So I made my planet to be a twin planet, and the science nerd in me is screaming at the impossibility of such a scenario. But it's fantasy, so, you know, it's possible. Other ways, so a similar story for what Cloud is asking about is, I think I heard it was, players got to a port town, they needed to go out of the town and do some things, and there was like a quest, clearly there was a quest telling them, hey, you need to leave town, and go inland. Instead, they decide to take a ship and go across the port, across the ocean to the other side, because they were more interested in that. And what the DM did was just move that whole entire quest over to the other continent, essentially. So it's a very similar idea where you just move what you had prepped to a different location, essentially. Yes, but imagine an Earth-sized moon. An Earth and the moon orbited each other. They would inevitably end up crashing into each other because of the gravitational pull. I agree. It is very true. But see, magic. Everything can be explained by magic. I don't know if you have access to the Spelljammer book, but it's fantasy space. So you having twin planets absolutely works because it's fantasy space. In space, ships can fly, and they're not spaceships. They're just like regular old pirate ships and shit. And so they have like a gravitational air bubble kind of thing going on. And the gravitational plane can differ depending on the ship or object that is floating in space. It's the rules are interesting. The rules are very interesting. So you do your fantasy twin planet thing. If you want to ignore that science, then just make it magic. Just figure out a magic reason for why these two planets are able to be next to each other without crashing. To quote Matt Mercer, "Rocks fall, ye all die." It's true. Wait, I don't think that was a Matt Mercer quote. I'm pretty sure Rocks Fall, You All Die is, like, something older than him. Yeah, he's, it's... Here, it's just planets crash, you all die, yes. I'm sure Matt said it because it's a very old joke. back to the beginning of tabletop RPGs, having been seen in an extremely deadly AD&D adventure Tomb of Horrors. Okay, I think, yeah, so it's something from way back when. Evasion fail? Why did you... Oh, yeah, evasion fail because you get all the rocks on you. I have all my encounters set up. I have my maps set up. All I have to do tomorrow is read the trap shenanigans very well. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Roll athletics check to avoid the planet falling on top of you. I got a 6. Well, Cloud, how would you like to describe your death? As this planet comes plummeting towards you, you look up to the sky, and this giant shadow appears above you, and flames and fire, and it gets hotter and hotter as this planet comes slowly crashing down. You successfully avoided the planet, Remnant! What? With a 6?! Wow. Did the planet move that slowly? Did the planet get rebuffed from the other planet and just bounced off and went back up into the sky? Alright, well, I finished my prep for my D&D game. I can't do world building for Korakuni because people from Korakuni are on here. Plus, if people are watching my Korakuni game, I don't want them to see that, so I'll let the marshmallows have a roasted marshmallow before I go. Get a little sweet treat right in, right before your impending doom, impending death. What else could I do? Well, it's, you need advice? What do you need help with, Remnant? I was thinking maybe I'll do karaoke. You writing the world's story? Is this the story for the players? Or, like, mythology story? Or, oh, history? I have gotten as far as year 0. Okay, well, there is a game. It's called a game. But I could say it's a helpful tool. Let me go find it. Here? It? Microscope. There we go. Alright, so Microscope is a game where you develop history for whatever world you have, and you do it with flashcards, so you could probably do it with something else. I have not actually done it yet, but I am very interested in it, and you can do it multiplayer-wise, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So you start with the big picture, and it's whatever you want it to be. And then you start asking yourself questions about it. And then you have, like, this start and end cards. So, like, your history will be divided into periods. Each period is a very large chunk of time, probably decades or centuries. You make a short description for each period. Decide whether each description is light or dark. This is the tone of each period. And then you have a card that kind of denotes it. I haven't done this. I would have to follow the steps. But in any case, this is a game that lets you build out history if you want to use that as a tool. Let me read what you've written. The twin planets are made by Elisara and Shadara and Union. Humans are created by Elisara along with dwarves, elves, halfling, and gnomes. Shadara created orcs, drow, giants, goblins, goblinoids, and changelings. Okay. How were the lesser gods created? I can go the Slaanesh way and make them birth from the emotions being funneled into the ether, or they can be created by the greater gods. Where did I... are you talking about Microscope RPG? I could give you a link to my copy, but I believe it's a Microscope RPG. Oh, thank you, Cloud, for the hydrate. I always do forget to drink water. And that's it for my water drinking. No more water in there. Microscope Explorer? What's this one? Explorer is a supplement. Ooh! Ooh, a supplement! Okay. It's $11.99, but I can give you my copy. Just join the Discord. If you just join it real quick, and then I'll drop my link to my document in there, and then you can take it. Okay, cool. Give me a moment. Okay, Remnant, I sent it to your DMs, so just check your DMs. I think nothing going on. Nope, absolutely nothing. But if you enjoy it, you know, in the future, be sure to support the developer. I'll probably end up buying the expansion at some point. That sounds fun. I need to try it out, though. I haven't even tried it yet. In terms of, like, mythology slash real stuff, because, you know, gods are real in D&D, there's a lot of different ways for creation myths. Are they sisters? Are they siblings? Or are they, like... Because, like, you could go the, childbearing way that they birth the new gods. That's always one possibility. They are more primordial beings. You could do... I like the feelings one. But then I would say your setting should probably be more closely related to feelings then. Like Kronos and Gaia. Okay. I don't know my Greek. Uranus and Gaia, I mean. I don't know my Greek / Roman gods very well anymore, except I think they're Titans, right? And not the gods, which Titans are technically gods, but it's all the same. Anyway, you could, let's see what else. You could do body parts. Cronus is a Titan. Okay, yeah. Oh, Uranus is a god. Uranus is a god. Yeah. We're primordials? Oh. There's a difference? Went too much that I had to cough. Is technically gods. Oh, okay, okay. I think body parts might be a good one. And maybe not like, or like something coming from them, like maybe one of the two gods cried or something, and that created the ocean, or created new life or something like that. What other ways can you do? The Chronos method? What's the Chronos method? Reading. Kronos emasculated his father Uranus, and threw his junk across the worlds. They landed in the ocean where they landed. Aphrodite came to life. I mean, that is one way of doing it. I mean, you definitely don't have to, you know, make it the junk or the boobies or any other part, your choice. Maybe these two gods do not even have those reproductive parts. You don't have to go that hard, but like, you know. cool Revenant. I was, so like, I'm working on a Japanese homebrew setting, right? So like I was looking at the gods. Oh, thank you for following, appreciate it. I was looking at the mythology for Shinto religion for Japanese stuff. Yeah, there is one hell of a tale. This guy chasing his wife? Maybe sister? I hope it's not sister. Where she like died and her vomit caused gods to appear, and then she died and went to Japanese hell, and there, like, her body parts turned into more gods. It's like, oh damn, this is intense. You could also just say magic, because magic's a catch-all for things that you don't want to explain. You can just have one of your gods use, in quotes, magic to create things. Like, or there could be something to do with, like, they felt lonely by themselves, so they created races, right? Let me go back, scroll up. Okay, they created races, but what was the reason for creating the races, right? Like, was there some kind of mission that these two gods had? Or, you know, the feelings of being lonely, or one of their feelings got really powerful, or like they got into a fight with each other. I don't know. That's something to think about. I'm a bit torn if Iridia should be a primordial as well. Elisara, goddess of light, life, and hope. Shadara, goddess of death, night, and rebirth. Is there a... I know ads are about to start soon. Is there a heaven and hell in here? Or are there, like, different types of planes? Courteous god of history, magic, and wisdom. Okay. I know it's an ad break, so I probably shouldn't be talking about this with people in an ad break, but I feel like his domain is important enough to validate him being a primordial. I don't know if you're in ads right now, but I will respond in chat as well. I feel like his domain is important enough. Yeah, I can feel that too. Oh, you're still here? Okay, cool, Remnant. I never know who can see ads and who can't because they don't tell me those things. So, I think I'm gonna compile a list of karaoke songs I can do. My friend Ify has built out a system of songs that people can request. It's a number song, as if you go to a karaoke place, shop, store. You know what I'm talking about. Karaoke place. And, you know, you input the number for the song that you want. And so Ify has that system. So I'm gonna steal it from her, maybe. I'm gonna go a little more hardcore, though. I actually don't know how hardcore, but I want to program some stuff. So it can be a little more automated for me. But first off, I need to create a list. So, actually, Twitch. And there we go. Alright. Songs, maybe the Nyan Nyan Cat? Nyan Nyan Cat. Oh. That one? I think I kind of got it. That one's really hard. Alright. Right, this will be... ID, title, artist. I do not need pre-built tables, but thank you. ID, title, artist, genre. Oh, genre. Notes. Hold up. Link? Your 4-year-old nephew likes it? Yeah, I mean, it is that type of song. It really is that type of song. Length. BPM. I want to see if I can time things to the beats per minute for a song. What else is there? Link? Oh, origin? I think the notes should be fine. So, I want to do like some video game songs and anime songs in here, so it's like I wanted a section that's like where it came from. Because like there's gonna be pop English songs, yeah, and those aren't, they're just on somebody's album, right? It's just the artist song. It's not like it was shown, it didn't originate from like a TV show or a video game or something like that. But I'm also gonna do like specifically video game songs that probably only appeared in the video game. And there's definitely some like English songs that were originating from a movie, so I might do that too. Alright. I'll figure out the ID later, but I need to freeze the top row and then freeze 2 columns. There we go. Oh. Should I freeze 3 columns? There we go. I think that's better. Oh, that's gonna be kind of long, but it's fine. Alright, gonna go through my Spotify. Actually, I could open Spotify on here. That would be easier. Alright, Spotify, you can do it. I believe in you. You don't have to be a black screen. You can do it. Alright, there it goes. Move it over here. Alright, where is it? My top rated playlist. Let's go. Alright, so Passion Pit's definitely one of them. Oh, Sleepyhead. Jet Set Karaoke or Mobile Karaoke? Backing vocals. Is this a full song? Sleepyhead's that short? Oh, Sleepyhead is that short. Wow, that's crazy. The quality is so bad in that video. Okay, I need to turn down from audio, so I don't get things. What was the program you used? Legend Keeper? Yeah. The problem is it's paid. It's a paid one, so I would not suggest it unless you have the money for it. Another one that I use is World Anvil. That was the one I was originally using. It looks awful. It's not very graphically beautiful. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So, let's see. Which one did I work on most? Can I go there? No. No, I want to... Okay. Publish. No, can I look at it, please? View article, there we go. Yeah, this doesn't look great. You can make it look better and stuff, but it's not the best. The one that I did better was, Fractured Realms. Prologue, here we go. So this one is a little better. So if I go to this one, so you can do like HTML stuff on it. Oh, you're looking to make a world map? Oh, Legend Keeper is not for making a world map. So if you want to make a world map, there's much better, there's like generators for that. What's the one that I use? World generator, D&D. Dungeon is one. This is the one I use. Asgard's Fantasy Map Generator. So it just basically builds out a map for you and puts a whole bunch of continents and stuff. And you can make changes based off this thing. You could do it so you just remove the... That's the one I used originally? Okay, yeah. You can just remove the tags and stuff. If you're looking to, like, make it different sort of thing, like you like the land masses but you don't like the borders that it made, you can take the screenshot, you can save that file, and then I use Incarnate. I think you can do a free version of this. I don't know how many things are in it, but let's see what the pricing is. Up to 10 maps. Oh, you can't add custom assets. So, if you could do custom assets, you can put a picture, your picture of the original, the map landmass in there, and then draw over it so it can be prettified. But essentially, Incarnate is what I use to make world maps. So if I go to... Hold on, let me sign in. So this is the Korakuni map. So it's set up like this, and then you have a whole bunch of tools and stuff. One of the downsides of Incarnate is you cannot rearrange your layers for whatever weird reason. I don't know why. But you can do this, and then this one. How do I make it visible again? So this was my original map, and I was just doing a map of just this continent piece. And so I did it here. It's just $5. Yeah. And it comes with a whole bunch of stuff too. It's not bad at all. Another one that also costs money, but it's not monthly, it's a one-time cost, is not Dungeon Draft. It's the other one. Dungeon Draft. They have a different one. Wonder Draft, that's what it is. I have not bought Wonder Draft, but I hear it's also very good. This one is ooh, it's $30. It's a $30 one-time purchase, but you can build out maps similar to Incarnate, and it's got better layering and things. I'm assuming the tools are very similar to Dungeon Draft, which lets you build maps. And then you can also use import Wonder Draft packs, so you can get all the like art, different assets and stuff for it. However, with Wonder Draft, I don't know comparison to Incarnate if it's any better though. That's the thing. See. I'll just say genre is English. Actually, tool to find out media. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't think y'all can hear this, so... I have to wait, because the opening is a little... doesn't have much. Okay, it's 106. It was like fire around the rim. In the burning rim. Sleepyhead is good. Do they have Electric Feel or Time to Protect? Which one do I like better? It's Time to Protect. Oh, they're both good songs. Let's see. Electric Feel Karaoke. Okay, 104. I like this one better. I do make them gold that one a lot. Does this have lyrics though? No. Okay, I would have to take this and put lyrics to it. Did I lose the BPM? I lost the BPM one. Aw, shucks. Okay, it's 145. I know for sure I have Clearest Blue on my Switch, I think. So I could do that. Okay, I'm gonna say it's 123. I think I'll do Listomania. Sentimental, not sentimental, no romantic, not disgusting yet. Darling, I'm down and lonely. When with the fortunate only, hide and look for something else. Do that, juggle it, do that, let's go slowly. Discouraged, distant from other interests. On your favorite weekend ending, this love's for gentlemen only. That's with the fortunate only. No, I gotta be someone else. These days it comes, it comes, it comes, it comes, it comes and goes. Listomania. And glass would see it grow. Like a rat on. Not easily offended. Not hard to let it go. From a mess in the masses. A listomania. And glass would see it grow. Like a rat on. Not easily offended, not hard to let it go. From a mess in the masses, follow misguides and still discouraged. On this precious weekend ending, this love's for gentlemen only, wealthiest gentlemen only. And now that you're lonely, do let, juggle it, let's go slowly discouraged. We'll burn the pictures instead. When it's over, we can barely discuss for 1 minute only. Not with the fortunate only. Thought it could have been something else. These days it comes, it comes, it comes, it comes, it comes and goes. A listomania. Think less would see it grow. Like a rat, oh. Not easily offended. Not hard to let it go. From a mess in the masses, a listomania. Think less but see it grow. Like a rat, oh. Not easily offended. Not hard to let it go. From a mess in the masses. Okay, well, I like that. Mania is 2. Okay, 195. Alright, well, it's ads start in a few seconds. Let me snooze that. Alright, well, thank you all for joining. Remnant, I hope you get some good world building going on. Thank you, Cloud, for joining. Chestnut joined for a little bit. I think there was somebody who dropped in to help with world building, and then I don't know if they stayed. But thank you all for joining. Tomorrow I'm playing Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. We'll continue with more puzzles that will hurt my brain because we're getting further into the game and the puzzles are getting harder. It is making me cry. Inside. Not literally outside, but inside I am crying. I hope I don't have to rely on the internet to solve these puzzles anymore, but I might have to rely on the internet again. In any case, there will be no D&D games this week. Storm King's Thunder isn't until the end of the month, May 31st, and the next Korakuni will be June 3rd. So, yeah, gotta wait for that. Wednesday, I am thinking of doing art on Wednesday. It's like between that or Golden Sun. I probably should play Golden Sun because it's been a few weeks. I'll do Golden Sun unless I'm not feeling it, then I'll do art. I wish I like felt more interested in Golden Sun, but it's like, I don't know, the grinding portion isn't crazy for me. Whereas like Professor Layton, I'm like, yeah, let's go. Even though I dread doing the puzzles, it's like, I'm fine with doing Professor Layton. But like Golden Sun, I'm like, I don't know. It's okay, I guess. It's not as gripping as I was hoping it would be. I think if I had been a kid growing up with Golden Sun, I would have really liked it. But it's not making me feel very strongly about it, to be honest. which is kind of sad, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for joining. We do have 3 people here, so I'm gonna see if we can raid somebody. Let me go see who is on right now. We have some people playing Hades, which just came out. Let's raid Zaleria. They're playing Kingdom Hearts 3 right now with a Kairi mod, which is really exciting. Oh my gosh, it's Kairi. Holy moly. I wish I could play as Kairi. Oh my god, and she's got vocals too? That's great. That's incredible. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna raid Zaleria. Alright, I will see you all over there in a little bit. I don't know if the Chrome audio is coming through. It's not. That's good.